Hi everybody, it's May 27th, 2024, and it's been a very productive day today. I got up early and I was at my desk at 8 o'clock. I had a notice of motion that I had to prepare for the Supreme Court of Canada, and I've never done this kind of a notice of motion before, so I had to research how to do it and what the law was that applied to it. And I had to get my printer to work. My computer melted down last week and I got it up and running with the help of staples. I had to walk all the way down the hill, down Nelson Street to Staples, and then back up again, hauling my computer in a little dolly that I have for stuff like that. So it was a real workout in the rain. And but the Staples tech was very helpful. His name was Wang, and he was, very helpful. And so he got my computer up and running again I picked it up on Saturday. And so I had to get my printer to work, get everything all hooked up again. And then I worked on this notice of motion and an affidavit. So when you file a notice of motion, you have to attach a supporting affidavit explaining the evidence of what you're asking for. And it's completely different format. But I have to say, the Supreme Court of Canada has these forms that you can just fill out as a PDF. So you just fill in the blanks. And it is very economical in terms of time. But anyway, so first of all, I had to draft the notice of motion and the affidavit and then print it. And then I had to take the affidavit across the street to Edmund Wu, W.U. He's a lawyer one of the people that witnesses affidavits for me. This is the kind of person that should have witnessed the power of attorney that Blarsh says that my brother signed, and they had their own employees witness his signature, and I allege a fraud and a forgery. And that started the whole ball rolling. So, but I had, and I paid real money. I paid $44.80 to get this one-page affidavit signed. And then I had to go and get, I don't know if you can see that. Then I had to go and get a money order for $75 to the Receiver General of Canada to pay for this notice of motion, and there's cost $9, so that cost $84.95. So $44.80 to get to swear the affidavit, to have it witnessed by a lawyer, and by the way, if you're in Coquitlam and you need a lawyer for wills and estates, Edmund Wu, W.U. on Austin Avenue is an excellent lawyer. Then I had to take it across the street and pay for, how much is this? $29.54 to send it by courier, registered mail. So altogether it was $159. $159.29 plus 7 hours of work to do this notice of motion. But at least it's done. And it's out of the way. And I got a phone call from a lawyer. I've been phoning lawyers and explaining what had happened with my brother Paul, how he was locked up by L'Arche, L'Arche, Google it, for 588 days, and then he had a stroke and was confined to the Burnaby General Hospital. And I explained, how rude the staff at the Burnaby General Hospital were to me, that they threatened to call the police if I tried to visit my brother. They wouldn't give me any information about his status at all, not one word, like not if he was dead or alive. And I also explained that I believe that my brother was sedated to death, that he seemed to be recovering. He sat up and he grabbed a book out of my hands and turned the pages perfectly, scanned the pictures perfectly. He was recovering right in front of my eyes. And then the next time I go in to visit him, and my sister says, "Say goodbye to Paul, he's dying." So the lawyers that I spoke to said, "Well, did they do MAID with him, medical assistance in dying?" And I said, "Yeah, I think they did. But Paul's not capable of agreeing to being euthanized. Even in Canada, they have not extended the killing of vulnerable people, disabled people, to include people who are mentally incapable. You have to be capable. And somebody with the power of attorney or a committee cannot direct that you be killed." So this law firm that I spoke to, I just spoke to their manager. I didn't speak with an actual lawyer. She didn't sound too optimistic that there was anything that they could do, but she said she did a little memo that she's going to send to one of their lawyers, and they're going to get back to me in the next few days. So that was very productive. And when I spoke with Edmund Wu, the man who witnessed my signature on this affidavit, he said that the Supreme Court of Canada can't enact Paul's law. He said that's for the Parliament or for legislators to do with, the separation of powers. Judges do not enact legislation. And I said, I know, but they can say how much, whether or not a person who is a guardian can isolate and confine someone against their will, and in what circumstances. That's a charter right, the freedom of association, liberty, security, but the main thing is freedom of association. So he's, that's the thing when you speak with lawyers, they're going to tell you, if they're good, they're going to tell you the straight goods, and that was, it's an obvious problem with with me asking the Supreme Court of Canada to enact Paul's law. And he was interested in Peter Falk's law. He said, but that's in the United States. But, even though it's in the United States, that doesn't mean that it shouldn't be the law in Canada. So it was a very productive day. It cost me $159 and change, 7 hours of work, a phone call with a law firm, a meeting with a lawyer. So lots of shenanigans going. I'm sitting here in my happy place, McDonald's, and the kids are just going nuts. They must be high on I don't know what. So the grief still hasn't kicked in for Paul. I told the lawyer that. I said, I don't know why, but I haven't cried, and I haven't. So I don't, I hope it just doesn't hit me like a ton of bricks. That's why I've got another appointment with the trauma counselor next week on June 5th. And that's going to be $157 for 50 minutes. So this is expensive. Anyways, that's it for today. Take care, everybody. Paul, I miss you so much. I hope you're having fun in heaven. I can feel that you're looking down on me and smiling, dear. Take care, everybody.